everyone, and welcome back to Ep36. We are, of course, back on the server. In the last episode, we made some pretty good progress towards upgrading our steam blast furnace into an electric one. We've been aiming towards this electric blast furnace to try and allow us to make steel a little bit faster, because we were trying to make a steam quarry, right? Which we can make it. We can make it once, sure. I haven't looked it up myself, whether or not the electric quarry needs more steel. But I would imagine... Oh, no, it doesn't look like it does. But regardless, I want to be able to make steel faster because it was very, very, very slow. And, you know, it's worth trying it out to see whether you guys, I don't know, see whether it's worth it or not. I also need to jumpstart my system. So this should keep us going for a little bit longer. Yeah. I don't know what else I'm going to say. So what we did is we got the steel cutting machine. We upgraded our mixer to a steel mixer. And we've got a steel wire mill. All of this hooked up, intended to make synthetic rubber that makes rubber sheets. So this recipe here. We make synthetic rubber. We combine it with paper and we get 12 rubber sheets. It's a pretty good recipe. This uses sulfur, which you get from... something. I think you get it from coal. Macerating coal or something like that. Actually, no. I think we used gunpowder. Pulverized gunpowder. Then we've got synthetic oil, which we pull from the blast furnace from the raw synthetic oil, which we pull from coke dust and water. So pretty simple recipe, but a lot of work needed to be put in to actually get this stuff up and running. So next, what we're using this plastic for was actually some of these ingredients. So like the circuit board and whatnot. And those are all to make the basic machine hull. So I think we may have left the episode being able to order these. I'm not sure about the rest of it, but there's just one piece of the puzzle. And to be fair, the rest of the pieces look like they sort of just hijacked the previous pieces. I believe the next bit we want to do is get some of this copper nickel. To get our hands on that, it's somehow, we go to the ingot. I believe it's a blend. Yeah, it's a blend of nickel and copper. I believe we don't have much of that. We can obviously search it up. We've got 4. 4 of this. We can double check our backpack to see if maybe I picked up some on the way. We've got 13. I mean, that's pretty good. It's obviously better than nothing. But realistically, you know, we want more. Now, from memory, yeah, there's battery alloy as well. This blend needed something else. This needed antimony and lead. Now, we've got lead automated, which we should be able to see if we search ore and we go... if we search lead, yeah. We've got lead automated. So we need antimony and we need nickel and we need a stack of them essentially. Yeah, so the antimony, we really do not have much at all, but we'll grab what we've got and I guess we'll see where we get this. So, veins per chunk per vein. Okay, so from wire level -64 to 64, each chunk will have 14 veins and it will have 6 ores per each of those veins. That's for the nickel. And then for the antimony, same range, only it'll be 20 veins per the chunk, but 5 ores per vein. We can double check this by checking out the recipe, and you can see the exact percentages per level. So we sort of want to go, honestly, closer to bedrock, pretty much. You know, -59, that should be a pretty good level. Most of them are pretty similar, though, so we'll double check what the antimony is, because if it's close enough, yeah, we'll probably just mine around -56. You know what? We can get away with the 59... 58 sort of thing. So that's how we're going to start this episode. I know, it's rough. Whenever we do these mining beginnings to the episodes, they struggle. They struggle because I do a lot of the stuff off camera and I use up all of my energy early on. The only benefit we have, whether it's a benefit or not, we'll find out later, is that a lot of these ores I've just sort of ran past. So it should, for the most part, just be me running around picking up the ores as opposed to looking for them. You know what I mean? Like they should already be there. We've just got to go and... collect them, I guess. As you can see, plenty of antimony. The only issue is I thought I was picking up a lot of the nickel, which worries me, although, yeah. I think this is nickel, though, so once again, we'll see how we go. I wonder if I should be bookmarking these spectrum ores. Probably, but I'm not going to. For whatever reason, I'm just not going to. I'm too lazy. Alright, so I will probably be back. I'm not sure at which point. If it takes too long, I'll come back to give you an update. If we're finding plenty of it, I'll probably just come back when I've got all the stuff. So I'll I guess, keep you updated that way. Alright, I thought I'd give you an update. It hasn't been difficult to find, and that's sort of why I'm giving the update, is that I am mowing through it. Sometimes we'll have like a row of this that's just, antimony, and sometimes, I don't know, we just get a bunch of nickel. But regardless, we're halfway there, and it's been 9 minutes of recording, but, some of that was just getting down here, and a lot of it was going through the caves until we did get to the end, so, yeah, I mean, shouldn't be too long, hopefully. Alright, antimony is officially done. Now we just need more nickel. Yeah. Oh, big vein. That's exactly what we want. We're done. Okay, sweet. Now we gotta get back. Usually I just go to the surface and then just fly back. As long as I'm not in someone's claim, otherwise it's a little bit trickier sometimes. Ah, beautiful. Freedom, at last. Huh. Just obviously flying back to our base. A lot of progress has been made that I did not know about. And that I guess we can barely not see from our base. Nice. Okay, well, I'm very behind on the checking out base videos. I really need to do some more. But regardless, we've got what we came for. So this episode's starting off hopefully good. We'll double check our thing that we have set up over here and see if it's got enough for us to work with. How much space does it have? I reckon it's got enough. I reckon we can chuck these in here and we'll still be turning a bit of a profit. While we are here though, let's go ahead and just clear the rest of oh, didn't want to get rid of that. But clear the rest of this stuff. I would like you. Beautiful. And then while I am here, I would also like 3 stacks of stone. And let's see. So you go in there with you and you. And we'll write that. I say it every time, but I should say it again. If the number is not going down, reconnect your power. Do not take out the card or else it'll void the ores you put in there. So yeah, leave the card in there no matter what until it updates. Just no matter what. Or else you'll cry like I did. So it updates. There we go. We've got the extra stuff. And we can fit these in. So we'll add the extra stone as well. Same thing goes there, obviously. Sweet. Alright, sweet. This is updated, so it's got a lot more capacity now. So we'll do exactly what we did before. We'll go ahead and chuck this guy in here. And then on our storage, we'll want to add in deep slate as well as antimony. Beautiful. Sweet. So that should work. Obviously, we'll have to wait for it to get some, which I don't know how long it will take, but I'm sure it'll get it done. And it'll put the stuff in there and all will be good. In the meantime, I don't really know. Well, I guess our system's online, so we can sort of see where we're up to, I guess. So if I search blast furnace, we don't have any recipe. Let's go ahead and start putting the actual recipe for the finished product in there so that we can see what we need to add to get up to that level. So we're down here. By the way, we also made a universal terminal so we can cycle between our pattern encoding terminal just in our inventory, which is so nice. It phenomenally nice. So I highly suggest investing in one of these. You combine a crafting terminal and a pattern encoding terminal in your crafting table or crafting grid or whatever to get this, which is very, very nice. So electric blast furnace, add this recipe here. Now it needs to have magnetic, whatchamacallums, wires. You can't have just the normal wires, so we'll make that guy. For now, that's fine. I think the issue that we were going to have, and possibly already have, was actually that we've got recipes to make some of these dusts. But, yeah, we've got the copper nickel dust and, all these different dusts and whatnot. But we don't have a way to smelt them. What's that from? I don't know what that's from, but we got that, I guess. But yeah, we don't have a way to smelt them because our smelter is full currently in terms of its auto processing and stuff. Which is painful. It is very painful. Oh, we've got some here. Because I don't really know what the solution is. So this is our smelter, obviously. We've got an import bus connected and a pattern provider. We've got just a horrific mess of cables. Nothing that anyone should ever be proud of in terms of our cable management. But it's here. It exists. We could... No, we couldn't. I was going to say we could attach the stuff. Oh, I guess... no, I don't think we could. I never know. I always forget / never know whether or not you can put filters in these importers. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to have more capacity here. I'm not sure if Applied Energistics has, some sort of filter or the equivalent of a filter that you can place inside of this bus. I don't believe there is. I don't think you can. But it would be awesome if you could. If we search import, I was thinking maybe there's the off chance that there's an extra, whatever it is that we need. Fuzzy card, capacity, redstone, inverter. Blah, 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 is what I say. What we could do, right, is we could do fuzzy card, and then I think we could just put an ingot in there, and it would regard all ingots as what we want. Now, I think we've tried this before. Like, I think we may have had a fuzzy card. Yeah, we do have a fuzzy card. So I don't really know if this will work, but we can try it. I'm going to just have an iron ingot in there with the fuzzy card. Shall we give that a shot? I think we should. Once again, no clue how this works, to be honest. Match any. Split damaged items, split damage, match any. I feel like that means exactly what it means, which is it'll only work for damage-related stuff, like tools and whatnot. But surely it's got another use beyond that. Surely it works the way that I'm magically thinking it will. Let's search ingots then. Let's order 10 gold ingots. And in the perfect world, which hopefully we are a part of, it should remove the golden ingots. It shouldn't be a problem. It should just remove them. If all is good, that's what should happen. I highly doubt that that is what will happen, but it'd be great if it did. As you can see, it is not. Which is very, very, very upsetting. Not sure then. Not sure what the play is. Yeah, fuzzy card. Because we can have fuzzy, inverter, acceleration, redstone, and capacity. There is the option of redstone. And we'll see if we can show why that is. If I grab a redstone repeater, we're going to do a little experiment. Because I don't know if this works. But once again, as with everything in this pack, there's a chance that this is how this works. So some mods, when the craft is complete, will emit a redstone signal. Right? So for example, if I grab an ore out, I'll just grab one so it's a little bit faster. When it's done, it may emit a redstone signal. Fingers crossed. And survey says, buckled in, edge of your seat. No. Okay, so if it does, it's at the very least not on the side. There's obviously comparators. They're typically what you go for. I mean, in the perfect world, there's lots of perfect world examples that we've got here. What was I going to say about the perfect world? I've completely forgotten. I don't know what the perfect world is. There's no more perfect world. Perfect world's over. No, I was going to say integrated dynamics. Ooh, masterpiece of a mod. It has a block called an inventory reader. And you could specify certain things, but even then, I don't even know if that would work for this, for exactly what I'm after. I don't know what I need here. I'll be honest, I can't figure out what I need. I mean, I need a filter. I guess that's the other option. I grab a filter different to the import bus. That makes more sense, right? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. What's the other way to do this? The other thing I'm thinking of would be you could have it be redstone controlled. So I imagine if you put a redstone card in here, you can probably tell it to only run when it gets a redstone signal. Then you could have it that every time an item goes in here, it activates a comparator, which then sets off a timer, which goes for the duration that it takes typically for the smeltery to do its thing, and then activate the system. That sounds really complicated, but that would essentially future-proof every single recipe. That should work. Now, obviously, at the moment, this is broken. I say we give it a shot. Why not? I'm going to search redstone. We'll grab the redstone doohickey. Where is it? How do I not see the redstone card? Yeah, here it is. Redstone card. We'll see if we can grab one. Beautiful. So we obviously want to slap this guy in here. That gives us this. Always active. Active without signal, active with signal, activate once per pulse, and always active. So let's try something out. I do want to give the comparator a shot because sometimes the comparator works in mysterious ways. For example, there is the chance that it somehow does exactly what we want here. So I place this on, that activates this guy. Maybe when it finishes, it reactivates, you know what I mean? In which case we could have it do some sort of toggle switch with a redstone pulse. I know we're probably doing this. Okay, no, nothing changed at all. Great. I know that there's also that which you can do that sets it to subtractor, and I have no clue how that works. So we're not going to do that, but it's there. The option exists. Okay, so how are we going to make this work? We are going to use a comparator. I guess I'll make a new one. Do we have entangled blocks, please? No, we don't have entangled blocks. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Item shows up, emits redstone signal. Easy. Problem solved. Redstone signal somehow makes it over here, which I'm sure there's some sort of way to do that. Easily. There's redstone P2P tunnel. That could be what we want. There's some different redstone technologies here. There's the timer, which is probably what we're going to use, even though it's a timer from Spectrum, so we may not use it. We may use something else. We've got a redstone link, which is probably what we'll use as well. And then, yeah, we need some sort of timer, which I think what we'll end up doing is, what's it called? It is called a delayed. Nope. It is called a repeater. Pulse repeater. This may be what we want. Okay, let's see what it says. Come on. Pulse repeater emits a short pulse at a delay. That is what we want. Using the mouse wheel, so we can change how long it takes for the pulse. Then, hold on, get this. Then, there's a toggle. Not a toggle latch. Hold on. I feel like it's still called a latch. No, what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? It's called something. It's got a word. It's from Create Mod, and it is the pulse extender. So we'll have the repeater. That goes into extender, which extends the short pulse to be longer. Huh? I'm making this so much harder than it needs to be. I don't know how people do this normally then. What do you normally do? There has to be a way to do it, and I don't know what it is. And you guys have probably told me it before. I feel like there must be an easier way to do this. Because this seems insane to me. That I'm doing it in such a silly way. But I don't know how to do it. Okay. So, what's the tricky part? I still need some sort of wireless redstone. Currently, we're using the redstone link. What I was curious about was whether there would be some sort of redstone laser that can target the block wirelessly. Now, that sounds insane, but that is a thing that's existed in previous mod packs where it'll magically send the pulse to a position, like to a coordinate. Cyclic had a lot of that stuff, but Cyclic, I guess we don't have in this pack, sadly. There is this wireless redstone from Spectrum. The interesting part about this wireless redstone is that I don't know what it pairs with. You know what I mean? So if we could somehow get our grimy fingers on it, I have no idea how you'd even create this. I haven't touched Spectrum at all. That could be what we're after. I also feel like the P2P, like surely applied energistics somehow makes this happen. You know what I mean? Surely there's a way to do it. Oh god, what am I? Yeah, because there's ME energy level emitters. I reckon we try with a link. The only tricky part with the link will be getting the redstone onto this block, like onto this this importer. How do we do that? I mean, it's a valid question. How do we get this guy to receive the redstone signal? Is there a way? I think I can place it. I may be able to put a facade underneath and place the link underneath that. Listen. I think it's doable. Okay, I know that I've just created the messiest looking thing you've ever seen. Can we search link? We don't have one, really. Okay. Do we have brass? We do. Beautiful. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab a log. We're gonna create what we want. Does this make two? It does. Beautiful. All right, everything's coming together. Let's switch to axe mode. Do that. Do this. That should have worked. I'm wondering, visual bug? No, just didn't do what I wanted it to do. Right click. There we go. Oh, hey. Don't even think about it, buddy. What is this? What's happening? What's happening? My inventory. I'm not lagging. I can pick things up, put stuff away. But I can't strip a spruce log? How do you gather that? How does that... What? Because I don't even have the log. It was a phantom log. Is that really what they're gonna try and pull on me? Is that I didn't pull the log out of the inventory? Okay. What? What is happening? Do these exist? Oh, this guy's chopping them. That makes perfect sense. That makes a lot more sense than I... What? What's this then? What is this? Why? What's happening? I'm going crazy. What is that? Is it in my claim? Have I stopped spruce logs from being manipulated in my claim? That's the only thing I can think of. Which, I mean, it sounds insane, but I mean, sure, whatever. Let's go this way. I think some of these trees are at least not in my claim. So hold on. We'll go here. This is a claimless tree. So I'm going to do this. You know what it is? I reckon I know. I reckon if I turn chat on. Yeah. We've got, whatchamacallit? World edit. That makes perfect sense. So obviously the axe is instead being used as a magic wand. Is what that's all about. Okay. Well, mystery solved. My bad. That's the only issue with having the chat off. By like, being in multiplayer and whatnot. So that axe is useless. Let's go ahead and solve that problem with this axe. Beautiful. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you all. Excellent. Wonderful. I actually didn't want to pick that up. Boom, boom, boom. I want to pick that up. Beautiful. Okay. So, redstone link. Beautiful. Next up, we need a facade. I'm going to grab... Honestly, I'm going to grab pretty much all of those because we do have a mess to clean here. And I may as well do that while I'm here. That can actually just be normal, so we'll fix that later. The next thing we want to do is we do want to hop down here. We want to place... Oh, yes, okay. We want to place a facade on this. And then we want to place a redstone link. Probably like that. Yes, beautiful. And we're going to shift right click this guy. And he is going to be a receiver. Excellent. Okay. It is all coming together quite nicely, if I say so myself. So, here's the comparator. This is what we have to work with. So I can place these like this. We could even place that there. And we can make this happen. Okay, so... Okay, I can break those. I was like, is this going to just ruin everything? Is everything going to break here? But no, we appear to be good. Hold on. A little bit of a mess made, but it's fine. Okay, so this will go into one of the various things that we've got here. So a pulse repeater will be step 1. We don't have a brass sheet. Luckily, I happen to know a guy who knows a guy who can probably just turn all of that into what we want. Beautiful. Well, we'll probably have to pick the stuff up. I don't think we have a way to export the stuff. All right, here we go. Brass sheet. So that's going to give us the pulse repeater. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know it's very convoluted, but if it works, it'll be really good. It'll be really, really good. You're just going to have to take my word for it, okay? 100%, by the way, whenever I do things like these, it makes sense. I'm like, okay, it's all going to work, and then just one part of the puzzle won't work. For example, this repeater, or this wireless redstone, it just won't work that way. You know what I mean? It just won't do it. It won't do it. Why would it do it? It won't do it. But we'll place this guy here. And so as you can see, when it receives redstone, it lets out a pulse. Just a singular pulse. So in theory, we bring this up to, say, 20 seconds. We'll have to time how long it takes to smelt 10 things. But we'll set it to be about 20 seconds, or however many seconds it is. Then that Dun, 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 dun. We'll go into a pulse extender, right? So just a little pulse it does, just a little bit. And then this guy, oh, actually, no, sorry. This guy can do it instantly. My bad, wrong way around. So he does instant pulse here. Yeah. I don't know if it needs to be, I don't know if this guy needs to be here, to be honest. I feel like the comparator sort of just did the pulse anyway. Actually, no, because as you can see, there's still redstone applied here. That's what this red obviously means. Not applied, applied. So there still is redstone coming out, even though this doesn't look like there is. I think it's very, very low level. So that's outputting here. He's done the pulse. This will wait the 20 seconds, right? So it's a multi-step thing here. And then that guy will send it into the redstone link. And now he's on send. The redstone link under there, we shift right clicked to give it an antenna. So the other one is on receive. Now to link them together, we need to give them a little bit of a personality. So for example, I'll hit it with the bow and with the diamond twin blade. And now I think these are quite personal. So I think, as you can see, they take into account the enchants, the tags, all that sort of stuff as far as I'm aware. And so these will be personalized specifically to me, right? They also have a range. I don't know if it's like 64 blocks or like 128 blocks. So if someone else does manage to take your exact same combo, I don't believe it's the end of the world. So we're going to do the bow and the twin blade. And I'll double check. So that's at the top with the bow. So we'll jump back up and double check that I've done it the right way. So give me a second. Where'd they go? Yep, over here. So that's at the top with the bow. Beautiful. This should work perfectly. Assuming, of course, that this takes 20 seconds. So what we'll do is we'll speed this guy up to about, 14 minutes. You can do a lot with these things. We'll take that off. And we'll see how long it takes. So, currently we're doing what? We're doing 10 ores at a time. I'm going to grab my timer. We need to take into account just general server lag, general, miss counts and stuff. So we'll do a little stopwatch. 3, 2, 1. We'll see when it stops, and then we'll add probably like an extra second or two. We don't want too long because then we're just wasting time, but we don't want it to pull the ores out before they're smelted, because especially with this bulk blasting where it smelts all of them instantly together, you don't want... Oh, there we go. So that's about 15 seconds. I stopped it a little bit late, so at about 17 seconds. That didn't feel like it was 14 minutes. I know this will run for 14 minutes, so maybe I do need to add a delay. Yeah, maybe the delay is what we need. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we'll delay it for... I guess we'll go for 18 seconds. Just a few seconds over. And then we'll have this guy run for probably what? What would we want here? We'd probably want it to run for about 2 seconds. What do we have in this guy? Do we have accelerators? Oh, we'll only end up having... Actually, I guess we won't even need the capacity cards. So we can probably have it run for 1 second because it should just pull it out. We'll set it for 2 for now. And we'll give this a shot. So I'll go accelerators. We'll grab those guys out. Open up this guy. So we'll take out the 2 capacities. So he's got no filter anymore. He's just got accelerators in him. He's set to run. Active with signal. And I say we give it a shot. Alright, so I'm going to go gold. We're going to order the 10 gold. Boom. So this guy's now waiting 18 seconds. Currently the gold we have is 97. So we should end up with 107. So it's still ores. It's now ingots. Wait a few more seconds. And then the redstone should be applied. Clearly we've got a few too many seconds by the looks of things. Really? It's taking its time. That's a lot of seconds. Oh, is it because this guy's what? No, that should be fine. Come on, mate. What are you doing? It's really... Okay, well, there we go. Hey, that part works at least. This guy, yeah, runs for 2 seconds. He does not need to. That can be 1 second. We'll bring this down to 15. 15 still seems insane. Did it really take that long? Maybe they smelt different lengths. I'm not too sure now. I'm a little bit concerned. Anyway, we'll go back to gold. We'll order our 10 gold. So there we go. It's begun. This guy's begun. 15 seconds he reckons it'll take. Once again, if this works, we should have 117 at the end of it, just on the off chance that I look away when it happens and I'm not sure what got taken out. But we should see... Yep, there's the ingot. We could bring it back even further. It's risky, but we may be able to do it. Wow, I've got like double the time. What have I done here? Why is it like... Why? You know what it is? Here's what's happening. I think it genuinely is double. No, it shouldn't be double the time. No, sorry. I really don't know. Let's bring it down to 10 seconds. That seems insanely fast. There's no shot that 10 seconds will be enough. I mean, regardless, right? We're not usually smelting stuff instantly. Normally, we're going to have a bit of a backup anyway with the requesters, so I'm not too concerned about it taking a while. I don't want it to take that much longer. Let's see, 10 seconds. Once again, we should have 27. There we go. Gold's done. A few seconds later. There we go. Okay, sure. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, why not? All right, I'll double check with the iron because obviously that's what we did at the start and that felt like it went instantly. We'll order that. There we go. It's begun. It's doing the dust. Maybe the dust is longer. It shouldn't be. It should all be the same, I would imagine. I guess we'll find out right now. And survey says there's the ingot and we're about to have the stuff. So what we'll have to do as well is change things like the silicon to smelt 10 at a time. And at the moment, everything will be smelted 10 at a time. But as you can see, we now do not need a single filter here, meaning I can just add as many recipes as we want, which you would think leads to another issue, which is what we're seeing right here, where what's going on? We've only got one pattern provider, but I can fix that as well. Listen, it's going to be arguably more janky than what this is, but it should work. It should work, and that's the main thing. So let's go ahead. Do we have podzol? No. Let's go ahead and fill that up. So that's nice and clean. We'll go ahead and place this back. Ta-da! Everything's good. Okay, let me think about how I'm going to do this, and I need to fix up some other stuff as well. I think we can do it though. All right, so this part may be trickier just because of how I've got it set up. Specifically, I don't even know how to get around there. What have I done here? I think we've got, I think I can go around here. So the way that we've got it currently is this is the smelter. Obviously, you can see the stuff hidden it. And we've got a small pattern provider leading into the side of this. Now, what we could do... it's honestly just messy. So one option is we somehow entangle this. Somehow. Now, in other mod packs, specifically on Forge, there's entangled blocks. They are phenomenal. They allow you to just grab the coordinates of a block. So, for example, this depot coordinate, and you can interact with it using another block that's sort of like a phantom version of that block, essentially. And you can, attach pipes to it, do all that sort of stuff, all while leaving the same block over here. So it sort of emulates it somewhere else. And that's pretty good. There's another block from Mechanism, which is, I guess, not on Fabric, or maybe just not in this pack. And that has an Entangler Porter, which is a similar type of block, but instead of... It's similar. It's sort of like an ender chest, though, more so than the entangled block. And so we're left with this situation where how do I interact with this block without being able to touch its sides? Now, I don't know. I don't know whatever mod could do it would call that, whether they'd call it like a phantom block, whether they'd call it wireless items. You know what I mean? Like, it could genuinely be called anything. Quantum bridge cards supported by wireless terminal. I feel like we want this. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, very interesting. Magnet card, wireless crafting, wireless terminal, greater energy. Yeah, lots of wireless redstone. But not what we want. Not what we want. All right, so the other option is probably the better option, and that is to chuck this pattern provider for the grinder somewhere else. That's my current idea, and I'm thinking that's what we've got to do. And then we suddenly have a complete new block that we can work with. So we can run it on the front. We've already got this guy up here, so why not? We may as well do it. So I'll reach under here. How's my inventory looking? Not the greatest. Let's maybe clear a little bit just so that all the patterns and stuff have somewhere to go. That should be fine. Let's open this guy up. Beautiful. Do that there. Let's pick up pattern provider. Excellent. Okay. So this guy's going to go on the front. The ender gate can go on the top. I will have to reconfigure the actual machine because obviously it's not happy with the inputs and outputs and stuff. So I'm going to go configure, click this, tell it, nope, guess what? You're inputting from the front now. Yep, I know. You hate to see it. Remove that. Open this, open that. Remove that. And output there. And that should be good. Everything should be fine now. All I have to do is obviously attach the cable. Beautiful. So, you might be thinking, okay, you've still got that block used though. So what are we going to do? Well, there were two ideas I had. One idea involved attaching a pattern provider to a pattern provider. I recall that being a thing that you can do. Now, I don't know if that was with crafters from Refined Storage or whether pattern providers can do that too. Regardless, we're not going to do that. We're going to do something else entirely. So what I'll do is obviously we'll grab out these patterns. We'll clearly need to get a little bit more space somehow. So we'll grab that. We'll pick up this pattern provider because we will still use it. We'll just use it somewhere else. We may have just lost it. It may have just fallen into the lava because I feel like I don't have it on me, but it's fine. We can make a new one. Oh no, we do have it. It came from the ashes. So what we're going to do instead is we'll attach a pipe here and we'll attach our pattern provider to a chest instead. So what's the best way to do this? We'll have this come down here. We'll probably have the chest like here. I think that will be the nicest way, or maybe even just further down here. Reason just being so that we can attach pattern providers all around it. That's sort of what I'm going for here. So the pattern provider will go there. We can regain our inventory space by doing that. Beautiful. And so instead of placing the items directly into our depot, we'll just place them into this chest. So we'll put all the ingredients in there. Beautiful. From there, we can just use good old-fashioned pipes, whatever they may be, whether they're these item pipes here, which they're pretty convenient, so we'll use these. And then these, we'll just place them into the side. So obviously this guy connects everywhere, which we don't want. We'll grab, is this the right one? Yep. And we'll disconnect that. There we go. So then all I need to do is search servo, grab, I guess we'll grab this guy, chuck him on there. He should be good. I imagine he'll just pull anything he wants, which is exactly what we want because this is the only chest it's connected to. And that is that. That should just work flawlessly. It genuinely should. So we can give it a test run. We can go ahead and obviously search for our iron. We've got 123. So I'll order 10 here. It should, I guess, once it gets the dust, I think it's currently crushing it. Yep, it places it there. That disappears somewhere. And you can see the smoke particles above. So it's working. How cool is that? So yeah, I don't really know. What's next? What I need to do here is we need to figure out how many connections we're using. From the looks of things, that side's disconnected. So all of the connections on this side are actually running through this one cable here, which has 6 of 8 channels, meaning we can add another pattern provider. That's not going to overthrow our system, so that should be good. I should be able to smell the other stuff. But this should solve a lot of our problems, as you've seen. Now, it's not pretty. We've somehow crammed it into the same building. I was contemplating making a new area, but I don't know. It's nice to see what you can cram into a small space. And since we have the rest of our machines in this little corridor, it just seems nice at the moment. We may move things later, but this should be fine. I'm very lispy at the moment. That should bring this to 7. Yeah, beautiful. So if I search patterns, what do we have? Blank patterns. Got that guy here. So what do I want? We want the recipe for this. So we're going to grab this recipe here. And we're going to, once again, set them to do 10 at a time. Why not? And then the next recipe was the cupronickel. So we're going to grab cupronickel, 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 and then cupronickel. It's a very convoluted recipe. We'll go there, go there, go there. Beautiful. So both of these recipes can also go into this guy. Problem should be solved. Now these guys ignore the recipes and they just put whatever they want in there. That should be fine. I am a little bit concerned. Like, I still don't really know how this guy works and whether or not he'll put in 2 things at once and whether they'll smelt. I think they will. I think it just smelts whatever it gets regardless. And I think it can only have one type of item at a time, so it should be fine. But yeah, nice. I'm very happy that we did that. So that's solved. We should now be able to add pretty much infinite smelting recipes to that one singular smelter. It may get overloaded, but in terms of just it can't keep up. But we can add as many recipes as you want. That's the main thing. Okay, so where are we? Let's add the electric blast furnace and see how difficult it is to actually get this guy done. So electric blast furnace, he requires the magnetic copper nickel wire. So to get our hands on magnetic copper nickel wire, we require obviously the wire, and we put it into a polarizer. So we need this guy. Now we can make, we can make tin wire. We can't make tin cable, and allegedly we can't make basic machine hull. I thought we could. That we can do as well. We actually do. Oh, you know what? It's because we have the recipe already. Like, we have the ingredients, so we don't need to make it. We've already got it. So yeah, that's fine. So we'll make tin cable. We don't need the hull anymore. And that should then just be the pulverizer done. Or at the very least, autocraft. In fact, wait, we can already... I may have already done the tin cable. We may have tin cable auto-craftable, and we do. Awesome. Beautiful. Genuinely. So that's going to be the polarizer. This guy will probably... I assume he runs on Steam. Maybe he runs on nothing. We'll find out. Oh, while we're here, let's have a quick look in our guy here. Do we have... Yep. The nickel and the antimony, and already plenty. This guy's probably drained. Yep, he's drained, but we've got stacks to work with. I'm very happy with that. Arguably, I should keep some separate. We should have just a quick backup chest, just to hold things in case this guy runs out. Just so that we will never have to grab these ores ever again. You know what I mean? Because if we accidentally use all of, like, the lead or something, that's just pain beyond comprehension. So this will be incredibly beneficial just to keep a backup, just of one of each. What was the last one we did? Antimony, tin. Tin. So we'll grab these. But yeah, I think this is a smart idea. Because we're not constantly making this stuff, so there is a chance that off camera, like overnight or something, we use everything up, and we obviously don't want that to happen. What was next? What was I doing? We're making the polarizer. There we go. Polarizer. Bada bing, bada boom. That's another recipe. One recipe plus 2 to rule them all. All right. This is where it gets a little bit painful. This is using 8 of 8. Polarizer. Does he use steam? He uses power. He needs electricity. We don't have electricity. We'll slap him over here. Obviously, he's not going to use the electricity. But we can give him some steam and we'll get some sort of electric doohickey. We'll probably move him over and place, some sort of turbine here. Let's search turbine. Can we make just a low voltage steam turbine? We're pretty close to doing it. We just need the tin rotors and motors. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm not sure what will get done this episode. We're pretty much at an hour in terms of my recording at least. I know we've got a little bit more we can squeeze in, but we'll see what happens. Let's go here. Terminal. Here we go. So we'll add that recipe. Then we just need tin rotor motor, possibly fluid pipe, because we don't have that auto crafted apparently. So, oh god. Yep, here we go. Tin rotor needs tin blade, tin bolt, tin ring. Tin ring needs tin bolt, tin rod. Yep, there we go. Tin rod is going to be tin ingot. That's easily done. Tin bolt is going to be tin rod. That's also easily done. Tin ring, we already grabbed. Tin blade is going to be tin rod, tin curved. And we've already got that. So I think we've got everything. Alright, so that can be crafted. That can be crafted. So can the propeller. The rest of these are done in the cutting machine. That should be fine. So we'll quickly run over to this guy. We could probably do with like a sprint speed or something buff. Cutting machine being this guy here. Does he have room? He doesn't. That's not good. I mean, honestly, it's fine for us specifically because we can squeeze in a pattern provider on top. This guy's currently using 5 of 8, so we do have room for it. It's not gonna, break the grid or anything. Unless it breaks the wireless, the P2P, but we'll see what happens. Once again, we could set up like a chest or whatever, but at the moment, I don't see us needing that much more, so this should be fine. Let's open you up and we'll chuck you in there. Beautiful. I may also have to tell this guy to... Oh, I don't actually know how this will work. We'll give it a shot. So that's for, obviously, the tin bolt or something. Let's search tin. What was it that we put in there? We put in the actual tin rod. So we'll search tin rod, click craft on it, and see what happens. So it puts the stuff in there. It's going to make the stuff. We'll see if it extracts it too. Yeah, hey, there you go. That's honestly good enough for me. I'm quite happy about that. I feel like I'm losing my voice a bit, and I feel like I'm also losing my accent. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I'm losing my accent or I'm changing my accent. Something's happening. We must study it further. So if I search steam turbine, I need to place the actual turbine in there. But I should be able to craft it, or do I need the fluid pipes? Oh, I need the motors. Yeah, that'll do it. So we'll go here, motor. How's this gonna work? We need a steel rod. Oh, okay, we can magically do it with redstone. I was like, how do we do it when we need the electricity for the polarizer? But you do a little bit of magic, it looks like. While we're here, can I order 100 patterns? I need more glowstone. What? Yeah, hold on. This is another issue. Just to jump ahead over here. How are we going to get our glowstone? What do we have for this? Do we have... Ideally, and I don't know if it does exist, we would craft glowstone using... What would we use? I was going to say using like our hellish matter or something, but it doesn't really look like it's an option. In the perfect world, we get the steam... Oh, we get the electric quarry set up. Well, I guess we'll see what happens there. Glowstone dust seems to be the better option. Pervaded netherrack. Oh, we could probably get our hands on this somehow. And then we could turn that into... We could put that in the mining thing that we've got. That's probably an option. I wonder as well if we can put glowstone in there. What does that get us to? 53 on the glowstone. You know what? I think it's worth it. I think we'll give it a shot. I still believe our best case for glowstone is actually in the Twilight Forest. So we will jump in there and head through there to find it. We may be close to wrapping up. Maybe I'll set up whatchamacallums, some electricity to end this episode. But just before we do that, we'll head over, I think, to this one. So the blue one. Yeah, and we'll do that. We've got great names for everything. Alrighty, we are at what we want. Now we just need to figure out a way in. We do have a way in here. Yeah, let's jump down. Now, we don't want to die here because we've done that a number of times and it is such a pain to get back. So I'm just going to grab a stack worth. That's an escape tunnel I did. I'm going to grab a stack worth. See how I feel and whether or not we need to grab some more. There's a lot here, so I will actually grab some more. I was just going to see whether there would be enough to warrant me doing it. I'm pretty happy with that. 2 stacks, that's pretty good. Do we have that way out? That's over here. I may be able to just fly up out of it and head home. And we'll see if we can, maybe, if we're really lucky, we may be able to just mine this with our machine. Like it may just count as an ore that we can add. If we're lucky. I highly doubt it, but you never know. It's worth a try. With all these mods and how they interact with one another, it's always good to just try something. You never know. Even if it didn't work in the last update, sometimes it's good to try again. Whether intentional or not, sometimes these things slip through and you're able to, pull off a couple of sneakies. Alright, so I think this data card still had some space left in it. Probably just enough. Worst case, we've got plenty of glowstone stuff. If I chuck this in here... No, it doesn't even go in. It was worth a try. The only other thing would be if we could somehow, like if we search hashtag ore, it shows us, it should show us every ore. Maybe I need to do $ ore. Yeah, there we go. So this is every ore, right? That doesn't really help us. But the point was going to be that, like, if we could make this pervaded netherrack somehow, it looks like you can only get it with silk touch. Then maybe that could go in there. You know what I mean? That's sort of what I was thinking. Rainbow glowstone, legacy glowstone, and then obviously the pervaded netherrack. Yeah, glowstone, legacy. Okay. You can chip it. All right. Okay, well, we tried. This is probably the better idea. There's a few machines that can do that, I thought. Maybe not. Centrifuge can turn glowberries. That's an option. You can probably farm glowberries. Obviously, if we got our hands on a witch spawner or something, that's not a bad idea as well. We could obviously just trade for it. That's another pretty good idea. Crushing, yep, smelting. Lots of fun there. What about small piles? Can we get some of that somehow? Yo, you can actually get it from redstone in an industrial grinder, and we could do that. That's entirely doable. I think we have the overclockers craftable as well. So this is doable. The only issue is this recipe looks awfully scary, doesn't it? Hold on. Might be doable. Industrial grinder. We need an industrial electric. Oh, yeah, we need all this stuff. Like, all of it, it's doable, right? It's just, bleh. You know what I mean? Like, we've got to... Do I do it for the sake of automating glowstone? I really think I do. It's going to be so painful. I think we do it. Let's search patterns. Let's see. Can we do at least 20 for now? Hold on. We can do that. Glowstone. What do I need to do with this? Was it just craft the glowstone to make glowstone dust? No, I've got to like properly process it in a grinder or something. This episode's, yeah, I'm very much pushing it, trying to do this next bit, but what was it? I mean, it was just for glowstone for patterns. I'll tell you what, we'll finish what we were doing this episode, which was getting that steam turbine set up. We'll get that guy done. At least get this thing running, and then maybe next episode we'll automate glowstone. That seems pretty fair, doesn't it? Yeah, so we can craft one of these. I don't know if we need one, if we need two. I'm not too sure. The crafting of this may take a little while. As you can see here, there's quite a little bit involved. But all should work, which is beautiful because this is a very complicated recipe. This would be a lot of work for me to just do, but instead I get to click a button and I just sit back and it'll do it all. It'll do it all and all will be good and something will break and then I can go and see what it was. I don't like that. Oh no, are we good? Yeah, the dust is fine. I guess crafting the dust is fine. It's the actual alloys that we want to happen all. We don't want to accidentally do a little bit. I think we're good. I suppose I could actually look and see. Oh, I was going to say look and see these machines in action, but this guy has no visuals? Really? They're bronze stuff. This guy has visuals. Oh, come on. Modern industrialization. What are you doing? We need a little bit of like a... Oh, there we go. You ask and you receive. That's what I love about these mods. That was nice though. That was great timing. I didn't realize that it was visually appealing the entire time. Oh, are we crafting steel? Is that what we're waiting on now? Alright, that's fine. We can speed him up. There we go. That'll double him for a little bit. And at least it'll get done a little bit quicker. Just the tiniest bit quicker. We're so close. Alright, so now we're making steel rods. That should be done in the cutting machine, right? Or at least I thought so. Is it done already? Where are we making this? Oh, yeah, I guess it's done. So now we're just waiting on the alloy plates. That should have been done years ago. What is the holdup? I must know. What is the holdup? It's probably been done in this guy, but he can't do them. So why are they in here? I thought he could do them too, to be fair, but I guess he can't. Why can't he? That seems odd. Okay, where can he do them then? Go on. Riddle me this. He can do them in an old-fashioned compressor. Or, no, not on this. We've got to do it in an old-fashioned compressor. This guy. But he's not hooked up to anything. That's annoying. Who did this? Who made this design? Hold on. We've got a compressor over here, don't we? Yeah, definitely. Macerator. Compressor. He delivers the goods. So we chuck this guy in there, and we chuck this stuff in there, and we get what we paid for. Excellent. Okay. Look, everything's coming together. I will say, like, I know that a lot of these rooms are messy, especially like this room here. I like this type of mess, where it's still pretty clean. Like, the stuff you see, you know, it works. It's there. I like this. What I don't like, in terms of mess, is underneath here. This is bad. Like all the stuff going under here. It's a little bit visually appealing. I will say, part of me likes it, but the troubleshooting is painful. I think the solution here isn't even redoing it. It's just adding some colored cables so that we know what's what. That would be perfect. Instead, we're just simply not going to do that. Is this guy done? How close is he? 3 more. All right, we're pretty much there. So that'll be the steam turbine. I imagine he just eats up steam. This guy, very impressed with how he's gone. Like, we rarely have to top this guy up. Like, he's never ran out on us. You know what I mean? He's just been powering away. 1 boiler doing this entire operation is pretty decent. I will say, on the flip side, a little bit upsetting. You know what I mean? Like, part of me wanted to have to, set up a proper steam engine to get all this stuff running. This one guy does the whole thing. I don't know. And part of me is disappointed. Yeah, anyway. Here we go. Low voltage steam turbine. I slap him down. He begins. He's got some steam. I didn't really check out how much he used. He uses 1 EU per mil bucket. That's pretty good. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of steam to electricity. So the only thing now is the pipes are being refilled. Oh yeah, I forgot about that as well. Each of these pipes is a massive buffer. So if you wanted to, instead of building like tanks and stuff, you could just build a conglomerate of pipes and then it's all just ready to go. But yeah, each of these pipes is just extra storage. So even if this guy can't keep up, he's got a pretty good backlog from when we're doing nothing that he can pull from when he needs to. So that's pretty handy. So this guy doesn't have power, believe it or not. I thought he would. I'm honestly surprised he doesn't. I guess we do need to actually hook up some cables here. Let's do it. Cables, now, can power blocks from any mod, but can only extract energy from modern industrialization blocks and machines. They are also the only cables able to power modern industrialization machines. Okay. So, allegedly, we cannot power this guy with a different cable. What we'll do, because I didn't even think to check, to be honest, which is a little bit silly on my behalf. But what we'll do, it says we can't. Yeah, it won't put an ender gate on it. Okay. Fair enough. Do we have anything else? Any other tricks up our sleeve? I'll order a blazing energy cable. I don't know if we need them, but I'll order them. Why not? If we can, we can. When in Rome, do Rome things. That's a classic saying. What about an insulated... Oh, it doesn't attach. These cables look nice, though. The Tech Reborn cables. Someone's been doing their work. That looks very nice. What else do we have? All right, we got our cables here. Boom. No attache. Okay, they've done a pretty good job. Yeah, bravo. Okay, well, I guess we'll do tin then. Do these need to be insulated? Is that it? Can we even do that? Is that a thing we can do? We've got some transformers to increase the power, I guess, transforming. Conveyors. Oh, okay. Steel drills. Yeah, we'll probably be using a bunch of those. Yeah, and then we've got all the energy and stuff. All right, cool. We'll just do tin then. Tin seems like it's capable of doing what we want. We'll order some. How long is he going to take? Just that machine there, and he doesn't take too long. So there we go. Tin cable, boom, and boom. There we go. Nice and simple design. It looks nice. It's not ugly or anything. It is currently low voltage. It's got network energy, and the transfer rate is there. This guy's full of power, so there's no transfer rate, obviously, and he's good to go. So, obviously, we're going to have to bring the network over here somehow. I'm not sure how easy that'll be, or how beautiful it will be, or how ugly it'll be, especially with these cables, and especially with our steam. We may end up moving the steam over here, just so that we can remove the pipes from underneath, and then we can run the cables underneath, and have the, applied stuff running the other way. That's an option. I do wonder... This would be very interesting. So, applied energistics, right? It used to just be items. Then there's fluids. There's, if you're using mechanism, there's gas cells that you can use. There's a number of... They've even got radioactive cells. Look, they've got mana cells, which is crazy. What I was going to see, and I don't know if they have it. I assume they've thought about it, but I like to pretend that I come up with every single idea I ever have. What about energy cells. Now, they've got energy cells here, right? You might be saying, there's your energy cell. I know. But what I mean more specifically is the ability to put energy into a recipe. So, for example, if I order, say, what's a good example? Well, I guess it's these copper nickel cables, right? It's going to use 1600 EU. So when I click this recipe in, what if there was the option to have energy here, right? And so when I order that, it will put in 1600 energy units into this polarizer. And I don't know how they manage it between mods. Like, obviously, this mod only uses specific energy compared to others. Whether... I don't know how we'd do it. But that's not my job. No, but you get what I mean? I think that could be cool. Now, listen. I like me some cables. I'll be the first to say it. If it takes some effort to allow it to transfer the energy, that would be pretty fun as well. But at the same time as me liking these cables, I also like fluid pipes. And you don't need fluid pipes with applied energistics. So that argument sort of goes out the window. You know what I mean? Because you can just use, applied energistics recipes to input the fluids. And it's convenient at times, but at other times it's more convenient just to use the, fluid pipes like over here and stuff. You don't need, your cables everywhere. It's an idea. I say this every time I say something like that. I expect the full panel of everyone involved on the whatever mod it is, like the full applied energistics team. They're all sitting there with a notepad and they're like, yes, Dewstream today has given us a new idea. See, he says he wants energy in the patterns, and then that's how they all talk. Obviously, everyone in a business setting talks like that. And then they go, yes, and it's not a question of can it be done. It's a question of how it can be done, right? Because they all obviously. I'm a genius, right? So they're like, brilliant idea. We've never thought of it, right? Obviously. And then they all just crack down. They're like, okay, we got to make this happen. It needs to happen. And so they do it. Listen, I'm not taking credit for everything, but I am. I'm solely responsible for every decision that is made in the modern Minecraft scene. It's just the truth. I've got no evidence to back it up, but it makes me feel good. So I lie to myself. But yeah, how cool is that of an idea? I reckon that'd be pretty cool. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons why it doesn't work, or maybe it's just too janky for it to work. But I like the idea, because right now it'd be perfect. I could just keep my fancy pipes underneath here, and I could have my energy go in there. Because realistically, the one issue I do have, Mechanism does it nice from memory. There's a few mods that do it nice, but a lot of the time, energy pipes, they have no visuals, which, sure, it's great for servers, but I like them to look good. All right, well, anyway, that's honestly this episode done. We've got power set up. We do have the polarizer. We don't have anything else set up, but, the foundation's there. It can happen. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, time flew very fast. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this episode. We've probably got some books to read. I'll tell you what, I have a quick look to see... how big these books are. So what's this? There's nothing in there. Do we have a book in here? We do. Okay, we've got a law book. Let's see. What are we at? 3 pages. We can read that. We'll check in on that. Is this another book? Okay, yeah, hold on. Yeah, maybe we need to take this book out and put it in here. There we go. It was the Shahabian times. I'm not sure when the next thing is there. Don't feel pressured, Mr. Shahabia. I'm sure there's plenty of business things taking place in this beautiful land that provides me with rights, and I have no affiliation with, definitely. No insider trading or anything. What's this? A gift for you. Opening soon. Oh, I guess I missed it. There was an opening soon, and we've got a lot to do. All right, let's get started. If you're not sure what's going on here, sorry. Good luck. Chapter 6, Part 3, The Return from the Twilight Forest of the Robert Law. The Robert being this chicken here that is allegedly a phoenix. As the Twilight Forest had been explored by the adventurers, Gold Target and the other survivors, the time had come to make their way home. And by home, we mean the camp in the overworld. Through the portal they went, and stunned they were. Ruins of their old camp. Too many questions to ask with such little time. Robert was not where he rested, and neither were any of the others. Terrible thoughts rush through Golden Target's heads as they try to think of where Robert and the others could be. The search begins again to find Robert and the remaining survivors. Dum dum dum. Alright. So, chapter 10. We're getting through there. It's happening. All right, so over here, we've done that. That's happened. And now we've got a gift. We've got cider, which gives us +4 max health. I don't know. I'm guessing just for 45 seconds, which is pretty good. And extra regen or something. We get magnet from the magnetic wine. We get instant health from the noir wine. And there's quite a bit of noir wine. One's 2 years old, one's 1 year old. We've got a lot going on here. All right, opening soon. Let's see what there was. Clubs Ven Winery and Entertainment will be opening soon. We are currently undergoing renovations. Afterwards, we will be formally inviting you to come by and check it out. We are just east of Melizzi in the Red Owl District. Okay, so just east, which would be that direction, in the Red Owl District. Okay, kind of turned into the Red Sea District. I wonder if that'll be addressed in the next book, but that is Club Sven, courtesy of Sven the One. So here we go. We'll put that back there. Now open. Here we go. Club Sven is now officially open for business. Come down to the cave of music and dance. Dance. All right. I'll tell you what. What do we have? We'll have one of these. I'm interested. Here, we'll drink this now if it lets me. Yeah, it will. +4 max health. So we'll see what this looks like in terms of how long it will last. We've got improved regen for 45 seconds. Yeah, we'll see how long the health lasts though, because it was like a 2-year wine, wasn't it? Not too sure. Let's jump up here. We'll go stop by. No. It's fine. We'll fix it at some point. Oh my God, I'm breaking everything. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, here we go. So this is the Red Owl District. Now, because I am a little bit strapped for time here, I won't be checking out the entire base, but we probably will. But I do want to just have a quick stop by at the winery. The crafting room. Oh, I can't help myself but talk a little bit. Okay, we got to go back there soon. And then here we go. We've got the glass sliding doors. Alert plate. I don't have sound on, I think, for some of this. We don't have music on. Okay, music's on. Oh, this makes us alert. And we also have nourishment from something. And we still have our extra hearts. Okay. Oh, the nourishments would be from our food that we ate. Okay, hold on. Alright. Colored tiles, rainbow. Sorry if you have epilepsy. I do apologize. Hopefully this isn't too bad. Or if you're sleeping, this is probably very bright for you guys. Okay, we've got a nice dance floor. We've got some checkered netherrack tiles. Smooth deep slate columns. What are these? Just redstone lamps? Okay, and then bordered cobblestone. The bordered cobblestone looks nice. Alright, so here's the bar. We've got little trophies. And then the jukeboxes. Oh, what do we have? We've got some music. Nice. I won't play them, but they are there. Okay. We've got some... What are these? Oh, this is their base. Their base has been turned into a club. Or at least it's like it's a front, you know? It's like a money laundering situation. Okay. I'm picking up what's being put down. Oh my God, it's worse than we thought. I assume that's like the winery stuff. Yeah, the brewery. All right, we've got some friendly mimics. Very nice. Yeah, we've got to do a proper walkthrough at pretty much every base on this server at some point. Very nice. All right, well, we stopped by. We had some wine. Before we got there, we did some pre-drinks. This is the quarry we're building, by the way. This is what we're working towards. I'm excited. So is this the electric one? This is the steam one. Okay. But yeah, that will be this episode. I do apologize for it being nighttime every single time we play, but magically it happens. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the server and the series just by being here. It helps me out massively. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to our donators and channel members. Don't feel pressured to donate or be a channel member. Even if you already are one, don't feel pressured to continue doing so. Watching the videos and supporting the server. Ooh, grass slabs. Nice. Don't feel pressured into doing that. But thank you to those of you who have, obviously. And yeah, thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzi, Andre, and Sven, the one who we just visited there. This is Melizzi's base. Andre is still currently a wolf. I don't know if Andre has a base on the server. I still haven't tracked it down. For all I know, it could be Kenty Poo. I doubt it, but it could be. You never know. But yeah, thank you guys. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. I do need a thumbnail. I don't know what we did this episode. I'm sure we did something. We have lost our max health, as with the other bit. What would be the bit that we did? Obviously, we did the power. This is probably our emergency thumbnail, would be this. I'd love to have it actually running, but that's fine. The other thumbnail, if I feel like I can make a title out of it, would be, I don't know, like this, you know what I mean? Like recipe increase. Like, I don't know how to title that. Like, but that thing is pretty cool, being able to do titles. I mean, we did a decent amount, but once again, we don't have that much to show for it. So, anyhow, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.